today's walk is going to start here at Mere Sands Wood. So parking is £4 all day. Park over there, put your registration plate in. Facing the cafe and the toilets, we're going to turn right and head this way past a few of the bird hides, heading towards Holmes Wood. So this is the path, the first path that you want to be taking. It goes past, I think it's the dog kennels here, which has got the fence along. It's a nice day today. It's Wednesday the 23rd of April. It's about 14 degrees, quite sunny. A few clouds in the sky, but nice and warm. So you're following this path for about 800 metres until you see a sign for Holmeswood Village, which I'll show you in a minute. Along this path, because this is Merewood Sands Nature Reserve and Bird Sanctuary, there's quite a few of these bird hides that look out over the lakes. You can just hear the dogs in the background. That's where the kennels are. So that was just a small detour off this path, which we're going back on now, and follow it along this way. So when you're walking along this path, you come to this sign here that says Holmeswood Village. This is where you want to turn right. That leads you down this little path here. Across this bridge, little bridge over the stream, and you're onto the farmer's field. Follow the little path around it. As you can see, it's a nice day today, nice and sunny, a few clouds in the sky, no forecast of rain though. So this next section is where you come onto a road. It's a 60-mile-an-hour speed limit road, so it's a quick road, quite noisy. So you're going to come to this gap in the hedges here, and you're going to turn right and walk for about 100-150 metres, but then you'll turn left. The idea is to try and get across this road because there is a pavement on the other side. It's only fairly narrow, but there is a pavement. So when you come to this road, you're about 150 metres down to the field there, you want to turn left on the outside of this house. As you walk down, you come across, I don't know what it is, like a lorry park or something. And you want to go past that and into the field. But this house is called The Warren. last time I did this walk there was some big old dogs in the property there, but they're obviously not out today. So this is the, so I don't know what it is, W and M Thompson site. So again, end of these big hedges here. You want to come to this gap, and there's a few ponds now that you got to walk past. Some planting going on today by the looks of it. So you want to take this path up to a T-junction at the very bottom, which is about another 100-150 metres ahead, and we're going to turn right. So this is this T-junction now. This is where we want to be turning. We want to be turning right here. Basically follow this path right round. So this route today is around 8 kilometres, something like that. It's a route that I found in a book, which I'll try and put a link to. I can't remember the name of the book. It's best walks in. There's ones in Cheshire. There's ones in Lancashire. They do lots of different places. And they do Northern Ireland, Peak District, Lake District, everywhere. But obviously, this one is 50 best walks in Lancashire. So this walk starts at Merewood Sands Wetlands or Nature Reserve. Goes around Rufford, past Rufford Old Hall. You can go through Rufford Old Hall if you want to, if you've got a National Trust membership. This is a good day out with the kids. And then makes its way back. You walk along the Leeds to Liverpool Canal, and then all the way back to Merewood Sands and back to the car. So it's a circular loop. Did this walk on Sunday with my daughter, stopping for having some lunch, and that it took us just over 2 hours, or just over 8 kilometres. I'm going to do slightly differently today because I'm not going to go through Rufford Old Hall. We went that way because they had some stuff on for Easter Sunday. I'm just going to carry on going down the canal. But at the moment we're just walking through these fields, planting some stuff again. I don't know what. I'm going to keep on walking down to the end here, and when we get to the end of this path, which you can just see, you come onto a paved road. That paved road, we're going to kind of head sort of left, sort of straight. It only goes two ways. Don't go right, go straight. So we're going to come to this road, like this paved road, like I said. So what we want to do is we want to head this way, which when we get to it is pretty much straight on. There's some horses in the field over there. We want to go straight on down this paved road. Some sheep, little goats and stuff over there. That'll look like pygmy goats just here. So the book that I used the other day for this walk has a small map in it, but you're better to use the written instructions. The written instructions are quite good. The only bit that confused me slightly was this bit here. At first I thought it wanted me to go left down there, but you don't, you carry on going straight. That is someone's private driveway down there. This isn't, this is public land here, or a public pathway anyway. There's a really nice, I don't know if it's a barn conversion or just a house made to look like a barn conversion called The Barn at Park Farm. If you can just see that there. Very posh. So keep on going down this section here. And then it looks like you're coming towards gates, which you are, and you just go straight on. And all you do is you just turn left down here. I'm not sure what that is in there. It's called Park Farm, but it looks like houses, but they look absolutely stunning. And then you just go around the back of these houses and follow this path around. And you follow this path until you meet a paved road, which looks like their driveway. You walk on for about another 200-250 metres along this grass path until you meet a road. So when you come to the end of this little path, this is the paved road that I mentioned, that obviously leads into those residences there, and then you're keeping along this paved path for about 800 metres, something like that. That's going to bring you to a main road, and we're going to cross that main road in a bit. Started planting stuff there as well, starting to grow. No idea what it is. I should know, but I don't. Nice woodland in there as well. It's a little bit windy today, not too bad. Hopefully it's not affecting the sound on the video. It shouldn't do. I've got the GGA mic linked up. Not many people that I've seen so far. Just seen a couple then on that last little bit. It'll probably get a bit busier as you get around Rufford Old Hall, and as you get along the canal, people walking their dogs and stuff. So like I said, you want to walk straight down this path, and you come across a couple of houses, go past them, down to the very end, you're crossing a very busy road, and you're going to go straight on. Just be careful crossing that road, because it is, again, it's a 60-mile-an-hour road. It's the road that you can just see in the distance there that we're going to cross in a minute. So this walk is very, very child friendly in terms of how flat it is. Obviously you need to look after them when they're crossing the busy roads. That doesn't happen that often. There's about 3 or 4 of those busy roads that you have to cross. But in terms of incline, there's very little incline at all. It's quite flat. Very easy to navigate, especially if you use this video. I'll show you exactly why, because I've done this walk before. At the visitor centre where you start the walk and you finish the walk, there is a cafe, toilets. I think you can even get a beer there if you want one. Got ice creams, they have a little shop. It's open 10 o'clock most days, closes about 4. In terms of the weekend, I'm not sure, I'll have a look when we get back, but I know today it's open 10 till 3. I think Wednesday to Friday it's definitely open till 4. So these are the houses you're going to come to in a second, and then we'll go right down to the end of the road, come to the busy road, and we're going to cross that in a second. So cross that busy road here, come to Spark Lane next to the Rufford Arms restaurant, bar and rooms, and then you're going to follow the road round. That's the busy road you've got to get across. Took me a couple of minutes there to get across, but it is a busy weekday morning. So just follow this road round. It goes around a couple of properties and a couple of fields, and this is going to bring us to a canal bridge, which we're going to cross and then go down the stairs and then loop back on ourselves, and we're going to walk along the canal for a bit. Just see some canal barges through there. There's like a cleaning station, or I don't know whether it's to empty your waste and get fresh water. So that's just in there. Don't know what it's called. The moorings, I think it's called. So you can see some a nice VW transported in there as well. There's a few barges there. So very, very small incline up to this bridge. And then we'll come to a road. Again, it's not as fast the road as the one we've just crossed, and it's certainly not as busy. So we just want to get onto this bridge. Okay. Cross the bridge onto the other side, and as you can see now, we're just crossing the Leeds to Liverpool Canal. And then there's some steps down here. So when you get to the bottom of these stairs and you're at the canal, you want to turn left back under the bridge this way. These guys are just clearing the pathway. doing some work. It's busy here, lots of boats. Alright, cheers. So that's the moorings I was talking about just there. And there's some canal boats. This one's called Telesto. So, yeah, boats as facilities at Sparks Bridge. There's showers, toilets, that kind of thing in there. Got Mary Alice. Can't see how you say that one. Belgium. Two little ducks. Big old boats. So we're going to follow this down and we're going to come to a bridge that has a number 8 on it. That's what we're heading to now. So we're just coming up to the bridge, Bridge 8. And the book says go across here right, and then walk around Rufford Old Hall and then come back and join the canal, which is what we did the other day. But like I said before, I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to go straight on, keep on down the canal. So basically it takes you that way and you go left at the road and follow the road round and go past Rufford Old Hall, which is a National Trust site. But instead of that, I'm going to go straight on down this road here. So you can go that way, down that bridge. But I'm going to go straight on down this way. So we're just passing the car park on our right hand side of Rufford Old Hall. There's the entrance just through the trees over there. This is a decent path for walking on. Easy for kids on bikes and scooters and stuff. Some stones, but it's not too bad. I know some people don't like National Trust, some people love it. Personally, I think it makes it accessible for everyone, and they do cracking scones. So this is the outside of Rufford Old Hall there. Again, still walking alongside the canal. There's an Easter egg hunt type thing on Sunday. There's loads of places there's benches outside, as you can see just through the trees there. Benches. Picnic bench to have your lunch. Just see the outline of the building there. And that's quite a nice little walk through there, through the gardens. Some ducks. And I'm just going to keep on going down this way along the canal. Okay, we're coming to another road bridge this time. If you've gone along the main road and you've turned left, this is the bridge that you'll come down. So we're going to go underneath this bridge and then round. I find that's the best way. You can go up and over the road if you want to, but it's not really necessary. Again, still along the canal. on it. So there's a little path underneath the bridge. It's a little bit narrow. If you've got young kids and you're not too happy, you can go up and go over. It's not a problem. There's a path, a wider path down the other side. So this is bridge 7. So that's where you would come down if you've gone over the road. And we're just going to go up here, and then we're going to follow this path all the way around. And I think we'll go into bridge 6, and that's the bridge that we want to cross over. There's some more moorings over here. Again, I'm not overly sure what it is. Cross over the canal, or a little inlet to the canal. There's more boats here on the left, as you can see. Lots of parking for your boats. I don't even know if they call it parking. Moorings maybe? I don't know. Another couple of ducks. So in a minute we're going to come to a lock system. There's a little bridge over there. That's not the bridge that we cross. We go further along and we cross just further along. So it's not that bridge that we cross there. We want to keep on going down that way. So this is the lock. So we want to keep on going this way for about maybe a kilometre, something like that, and we'll come to the next bridge that we can cross. So we're keeping along the path, keeping along the canal. A couple of swans there. A couple of fishes, a bit of fishermen. 2 swans, nice one. So we're going to keep along this path. We basically turn the corner and you just see in the distance there's some fences there. That's kind of where our bridge is. That's going to come back over the canal, and that's where we leave the canal. It's just over there, you can see it. That's where you leave the canal. And we cross a road that we have to drive. Well, I drive from where I come from to get to Parkton Maywood Sands. So this is us heading sort of back towards Maywood Sands once we go across the canal. We're about 5 kilometres into the walk. It's not strenuous at all. Like I say, it's really quite flat. Well, really very flat. So we'll come up to that bit in a minute and I'll show you that in a second. Okay, so we'll just turn around that corner and there we can see the bridge. This is a bridge, it's got number 6 on it. So we're going to go right across this bridge and then we're going to come to another main road Again, I think it's actually no, I think it might be 30-mile-an-hour road because it's heading into a village. But again, it's a fairly busy road. So we're going to go across the bridge and then across the road. Farmers fields over there. Oh no. Yeah, so there's the bridge that we're going to cross. Another barge up there. So we're going to go across this bridge. You can just see the road that we're going to get across now. So it's 50-mile-an-hour there, as you can see by the signs, but this bit here is 30, but it's only just gone down to 30. So we need to get across this bridge. Not bridge, this road, sorry. Across the road, and you've got a sign just in front of you now for Rufford. So we're just entering back into Rufford. We briefly left it, going back in. And you're going to walk along this road for about 20 metres, 25 metres, something like that. And in a second we're going to see a bridge, and there's some steps just before the bridge, and we're going to go down them steps. Steps are just here. Okay, you can see a sign for a public footpath, and we're going to walk down here. And now we're just going to follow this around on the outside of the fence. There's a little bit of water. I'm sure it's called a sluice or something they call it on the map, or in the book, should I say. So we're going to head along here. And you want to try and keep this bit of water on your right hand side as we're going through, because there's a bit later on where it's confusing as to which side you should go on, but you want to keep it on your right hand side. So there's a path that goes off to the left there. You don't want to go that way, you want to keep on going straight on. We're going to come into like what looks like some sort of business premises now. We recently crossed that car park. They're probably working today, I'm not sure. They weren't on Sunday, but then again it was Easter Sunday. That's the business in there. So again, the water's still on the right hand side, and we go straight on. Brings you out into this little car park / driveway, and you want to head straight across this little road here. And go across this farmer's field. not a busy road, this road, but obviously check as we go across. So we're going to go across this field and we'll go all the way to the end of that field over there. Okay, so what we're going to do, come to the end here. I don't know if you can go down the end there and go over. There's a little step that you can get over here. And we're going to cross this road and we're going to head down this boardwalk. The boardwalk is, it looks fairly new, but it's a bit bouncy. Morning. Morning. So we want to keep that water on our right hand side. I think it's composite boardwalk, but when you walk on it, the first time you walk on it, it's a little bit bouncy, but it looks in good nick. I would say it's newish, but not completely new. So we're going to keep along this, again keeping the water on our right hand side. There is a path on the other side as well, but when I looked at it the other day, it looks like you get stuck in a farmer's field if you go that way. So this way takes you perfectly to where you want to go. You want to go at the end of this soon, you come to a cricket pitch and cricket pavilion. You want to go past that and then back into Merewood Sands. So this boardwalk finishes just here. Well, for a small period finishes just here. And we cross around the corner and it starts up again. This is the way that we want to go. Back onto the boardwalk. And then a little step down. And then we're going to follow this along. So that's the farmer's field that I think he gets stuck in. I didn't see a gate, maybe there was one. So just around here, if you're tall duck, which I am, and you come to a little road. Now this is where you want to cross over the road and into the cricket pavilion, which is here. And now at this point you'll have the water on your left hand side, and we're basically just heading straight on. There's a gate straight on, about 200-300 metres away, and when I cross that, once we've crossed that, we're back into Merewood Sands. So this is the cricket pitch. I always think cricket pitches look so pristine in weather like this. Again, people either hate or love cricket. Personally, I love it. As they say, I don't like cricket. Oh no, I love it. So we're going to keep on going, and then we'll rejoin Merewood Sands in a minute. So we finished the little path from the cricket pitch, and we're going to head back into Merewood Sands now. And there are two paths, but we're going to head straight. keep on this path until we see a sign for the visitor centre. In a little bit you can just see in front of us there now there's a bridge off to your left. Again, we don't want to take that bridge, we want to go straight on past the bridge, so the bridge is on our left. So that water that we had before, again that's still on our left hand side as we've crossed over. So towards the end of this path we're going to see a sign for the visitor centre, and that's off to the right, so we want to go this way towards the right. I've been calling it Mere Wood Sand, it's called Mere Sands Wood. And I think if you're going straight on that way that takes you to Martin Mere, which is the wetland, the RSPB place I think. One thing that there's an abundance in Mere Sands Wood is butterflies, loads of them. So we're going to keep along this path. We've got about, there's a butterfly there just going past. We've got about a kilometre left to go. And again, if you just want an easy walk, easy day out, Mere Sands Wood is lovely. Loads of birds, loads of butterflies. There's one there just going around. If it shows up on the camera. So basically all you're doing now is following this path back to the visitor centre. Now you can do it whichever path you want. They all pretty much head back to the visitor centre, but this is just the route that the book that I used said to take. When we cross this bridge here, the visitor centre is right. Okay, so you want to go right that way. If you go left, you're heading away from where you've parked, so you want to go right here. And we're going to keep along this path. We keep along here for about just under a kilometre. As you're walking along this bit, you come across this structure here, which you can just see in front of me. Looks like something out of the War of the Worlds. That's slightly off the path. So once you come back from looking at that, make sure you turn left. If you go right, you're going the wrong way. So here, we want to turn left. There's a few benches dotted around to have a sit, something to eat. There's no information above that structure, so I'm not overly sure what it is, but it's quite impressive. And as with all these places, there's a few signs dotted around telling you what you can see. Probably can't see that in the sun. Sun glaring off it. I'm not going to complain about the sun though. So again, I'm just going to follow this path back towards the visitor centre. So as you've just gone past and across that bridge, you'll come to a little T-junction. Right is closed, you can't go right. It's got a, well, you can go right, but there's a barrier slightly across it, but you want to go left here to head back towards the visitor centre and the cafe. So like I said, Mere Sands Wood is in Rufford in Lancashire, which is in the north west of England. The car park was a smallish car park, and then it extends round the back to another size car park, or the sort of overflow car park, and the parking is £4 for the day, which is not the end of the world, especially when there's lots of walks. You can make the walks as long as you want round here, because there's loads of places to walk to. You can walk up to Martinmere, you can walk to Rufford Old Hall like we've just done, or you can just walk around here. And there's lots and lots of bird watching and bird hides, and there's lots of little lookout points in terms of looking out over the lake, and we're coming to one of them just now. So we cross this bridge, so the way back to the visitor centre is that way, which would be right. I'm just going to show you across this bridge, not across this bridge, the view out over the lake. So you've got some ducks joining us. Chatting away. So back from there, we want to go not across that bridge, we want to go left and go this way, heading back towards the visitor centre. So again, we're coming towards the end of the walk now. This is the overflow car park that I was talking about, at the back of the cafe and the visitor centre and the shop. And most importantly for me now is where the toilets are. So I hope you enjoyed this walk. Hopefully it's one you can recreate. And if you have liked it, please comment, like, and hopefully you will subscribe, and I can do few more of these. Thank you.